So question 6, you should have tried already by yourself. We'll go through each of the questions one by one now. If you haven't done it already, please try it now. I'll zoom in to show you the questions a bit bigger. So that's questions, those 6 questions. And then you have some more here. So in question 6a, it's got something to do with the number 3. So I'm going to put a circle there. Now it's saying x is less than 3. So we'll do the arrow like this. And also, because it's the equal sign there, we'll just shade it in. So that's the answer to question 6a. So x is equal to or less than 3. Question B now. Question B tells us that x is greater than -2. So put a circle on -2, and it's greater, so it's going to go to the right. So can you see these numbers are bigger than -2, -1 and 0 are bigger than -2, and this time there's no equal sign, so we're not going to shade the circle in. Now if you're doing this at home, I forgot to explain the question 6a, sorry. To save time, you don't have to draw all the numbers on the number line. You could just do 3 and 0 like this, and then just answer the question like this, okay, and just put lines in. Okay, we'll understand. There's no need to write all these numbers in and waste time if you're trying this at home, and you don't want to waste time drawing the number lines. So with question B at home, if you were to do this, so you could just do -2 and 0 like that, and this will be sufficient for us to see that you know what you're talking about, okay, or you understand this topic. Right, question C. So x has something to do with 0. It's greater than 0, so the arrow is going to go like this, and it's equal as well. I can see the equal sign, so I'm going to shade it in. So first of all, we've got to draw the circle at the right place, which was at 0. Then because it's greater, the arrow is going to the right, and because there's an equal sign, we shaded it in. So the 3 things we did. Okay, question D next. So because it's got something to do with the number 5, we will shade the 5 in. So that's the first thing we do. So we draw a circle above 5, and then x is less than 5, so we draw the arrow going to the left. X is less than 5, so arrow goes left. X is less than 5, so arrow goes to the left. So one way might be to remember the word less starts with L. So if it's less, you go to the left. And the third thing is to check, was there an equal sign there? No, there was no equal sign there, so we don't want to shade the circle in. So first we drew the circle above 5 because it had something to do 5. Then it said x is less, so we drew the arrow to the left, and then we checked if there was an equal sign there. There was no equal sign, so we didn't shade it in. Those are 3 things that we check. Question E. So x is greater, so we have to go to the right. So greater and right, they both have teens, the letter T inside. So because greater is going to go to the right, and it's got something with -1. So draw our circle above -1, and because it's greater, we're going to do the arrow to the right, and there's also an equal sign, so we're going to shade it in. So x is equal to or greater than -1. Question F. So now x is in between, there's 2 conditions. Okay, x is greater than 2 and x is equal to or less than 5. So first of all, I can see there on the left hand side, it's got something with number 2. So I'm going to draw the arrow there, the circle there, and I can see that it's got something with 5 there, so I'm going to do the circle on the 5 as well, and just join the two circles. Okay, now there is no equal sign here, so I'm not going to shade the 2 in, the circle above the 2 in, but there is an equal sign here next to the 5, so I'm going to shade the circle above 5 in, and that's the answer. So I'll do that one more time just to show us how you do that. So it's very simple. Because I can see the number 2 on the left hand side, you draw a circle above the number 2. On the right hand side I could see 5, so you draw a circle above the 5. Now on the left hand side I don't see no equal sign, so I did not shade the circle in above 2. So above 2 the circle stays unshaded, and above 5 I will shade it in because I can see that there's an equal sign there, and because x is in between those I will just join it with a straight line. So that's F. So it's question G. I can see it's got something with -1, so I'll draw a circle above -1, and it's got something with 3, so I'll draw a circle above 3. Now because I can see there's an equal sign here and here, okay, so I'm going to shade, because first of all, because I can see the equal sign here, I'm going to shade this one in, but that means x is equal to or more than -1. I can also see the equal sign here, so I'm going to shade that in. So this means x is equal to or less than 3, and then just join it with a line like that. So because it said x is more than -1, is equal to -1 or more, this shaded circle with a line like that shows that. And on this side x is equal to 3 or less, so I've shaded the 3 in and I've drawn the line like that. Okay, so this is how you represent that inequality on a number line. Okay, H next. So I can see it's got something with -3, so I'm going to circle -3. So something with 4, so I'm going to circle the 4 in. Now I can see no equal sign here, it's just x is greater than -3, and here x is just less than 4, there's no equal sign, so I'm not going to shade any of the circles in. And finally, because the values of x are in between, just join it with a straight line. So this is how you show that inequality. So with I, as you can see, it's got something to do with -4. So I'm going to circle or draw a circle above -4, and it's got something to do with the number 4 as well here. So I'm going to circle that one in. Now I can see here there's a equal sign, meaning x is equal to or greater than -4. So I'm going to shade this in. And here I can see x is equal to or less than 4. So I can see the equal to sign, so I'm going to shade that in as well. And because all of my x values lie in between these two numbers, I'm just going to join it with a straight line. Like that. So to explain that one more time, because it's got -4 here, so this side says x is equal to or greater than -4, I'm going to shade it in, and I'd like to go that way because x is greater than or equal to -4. And then on this side here I can see it's sort of equal to or less than 4, so I draw the circle above the 4, and because equal to or less I shade it in, and the line will go like this. Okay, finally J. So I can see it's got something to do with the number 3, so we draw the circle above 3. I can see it's got something to do with 7, So we draw the circle above 7. Now because I can see there's an equal sign here, so x is equal to or greater than 3, we're going to shade this one in. Because there's no equal sign here, so x just less than 7, x is not equal to 7, we will not shade this one, just leave it open, and that's it. Now if they asked us what are the integers that fulfill this criteria, well, x can be 3, 4, 5 and 6, but it can't be 7. So the answer is 3, 4, 5 and 6. Can't be 7 because x has to be less than 7. With question I, if they ask us what are the integer values, well, x can be -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It can be all of those values. So x can be -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. X can be all of those values because it said x is equal to or greater than -4, and here it said x is equal to 4 or less. So it could be all those values. And for this question here, they said x has to be greater than -3, so it can't be -3. And they also said x has to be less than 4, so it can't be 4. So all the integer values that fulfill that criteria are -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. And for G, x is equal to or greater than -1, so it can be -1, 0, 1, 2, and x is 3 or less, so it can be 3. So all the integer values that fulfill that criteria are -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3.